What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. So as you would have read the topic of the video, in this video I'm going to tell you the top 6 applications on macOS that will make your workflow so much more easier and so much more fluent. At least they do for me, and I can't imagine using my system without those applications. So without any BS, let's get into the video. So the first application we have is the application called the Alfred. Alfred is basically what the name suggests, an assistant kind of thing, but it is basically the Spotlight by Apple, but on steroids. This thing is the first most thing that I install on my system. This thing works and makes everything so much more easier and compatible with whatever you're using. I will be dropping the links of the application to their websites and where to download them in the description below, so you can download them directly from the links. Alfred is basically what helps you to do, like, say I see use this like this, nothing, like say Google, it shows me Google Chrome, nothing. I can't do much. I can search for applications on the Spotlight. I can't, like let's say we, it doesn't search anything, it just shows me like normal stuff from my computer. But the thing is, with Alfred, I have set the shortcuts the way I'll tell you after in a moment how to set up the shortcuts for Alfred. Now I can search, I can just hit space and search for anything, and it will search my entire Mac. Even I have given it the permissions to search the entire Mac for files, and then I can just say Google and say Alfred, and it will directly go to Google. Okay. Anyways, that's how it works. So what you have to do for the shortcuts is you have to go to settings. Once you download the Alfred application, you turn it on, you give it the permissions or everything that it wants. Then you go to your system preferences, go to Spotlight, and then you hit keyboard shortcuts. It will directly take you to the shortcuts in the keyboard preferences for the Spotlight, and change it to option space. That's what I do. That's the that's how I make it work. It becomes easy for me to use it. And then go to Alfred and click on Alfred hotkey and just choose command and space, and it will change the shortcut for Alfred to command and space. And then you hit command and space, the Alfred comes up, and you can just search or do whatever you want. And once you get used to it, you will probably start using it so often that you won't even try to use Launchpad or the menu the dock anymore. You'll just search everything. Moving on to the second application on my system is something called the Memory Diode. This application is actually available on the App Store, pretty easily downloadable. It's free, and what it does, it manages the RAM. It lets you flush the memory whenever you're done with some task, or you think the memory is being used more than you think it is, or you need more space on the RAM. You can just hit flush and it will flush the cache memory and other things that it can just free up for you for more tasks to run. Memory Diag will help you to know what processes are being run on the system, and help you to make things easier and realize if your computer is under load. So this is Memory Diag, not anything to discuss basically. So to the third application that I use the most, that helps me to determine why my Mac is running hot or something, to know like if anything's that messing up with the Mac. It's called Menu Meters. I'll drop the link down below. It is, I guess, downloadable from their website as well. So I'll drop the link in the description below. You can download it and set the settings. I have set it to display nothing but the percentage of CPU being used in one thing, like 4% in total, like across all cores I have. Only 2% of my cores are being used as i9 8-core processor, so not much. So it is set to the percentage. It shows me the temperature in degrees Celsius so that I know how hot my Mac is running. So I know what thing is taking up most of my data and processors. And when you click on it, you will see the processes that are taking up most of the processor space. Like when you're editing, when I'm editing a video, it shows me that Final Cut Pro is using somewhat of 90% or whatever the processor it is using. So I know what heavy processes are going on my system, so I know what is going on. Then moving on to the third application that works with this menu meters, that helps me know what is going on and what to do, is something called a max fan control. And this is something that will help you basically change the fan speed or know the fan speed that your Mac is running on. Right now my Mac is running on 2300 something RPM. That is 2300 something RPM my fans are running on. So it's pretty cool. It's not that much. I can just say full blast if my Mac is running hot, so I guess you will be able to hear. So now they're running at like 5000 RPM, and then I can just click to automatic. Whenever my Mac runs hot and sometimes it doesn't kick in the fan, but I wanted to start the fans, I can say just full blast, or you can just change control and manually select the RPM and it will go there. You can also buy the full version that will give you some pro benefits available in custom presets that will save the presets instead of setting them each time. You can just save the presets in the full version. After that, will be maybe the fourth application that I use is called Spectacle. So coming to Spectacle, what it does is it basically use it and tell you, like, see, this is a window. So instead of just aligning it, so I can just do this, right? So this is easy, right? Not so, like, it's easy, not big task. But what if I said that you can do this just by click of like 3 keyboard buttons and it will be set? So I'll just in Spectacle, you'll have to give Spectacle the accessibility allowance from the system preferences. After that, you can manage all your windows just by some shortcuts, and once you're really comfortable with the shortcuts, they become like a muscle memory. This is like center is options command plus C, options command plus F makes it full screen, then left, right, top half, bottom half, like that. So if I hit like options command and left, like, wait, how does it command left, I will go here, and right, left, top, bottom, C. This is full screen. So instead of making it go into entire screen of its own, like, that is something I don't like generally, because now I can't use another application or another window over this window. So instead of that, I just hit options F and it aligns the entire window to the full screen instead of going to its own window, and that helps me use other applications like I can use it now, this, right? So that is a lot better than making everything full screen instead. So there's that sums up the Spectacle. Then comes out the fifth one application that I use is called Dozer. Dozer is basically something that helps you hide the menu items on the menu bar. So like right now I'm using a monitor, so it's not big of a deal. It's a 22-inch screen, so I have plenty of room space for everything on the menu bar. But when you're using something like a MacBook Air or something with a smaller screen, you need the maximum space on the screen you can get. So even then, like, even on a monitor, I hide my dock and my menu bar. So you can just install this and hold command and move everything that you don't want to see every time you go to menu bar, like I switch these, and then I'll hit this button, this dot, and it will disappear the other things. So now I'll have more real estate on my screen to work with, so it's not cluttered. I'll just move them back because use them regularly. So that. Moving on to the last application, the sixth one, that is basically something that basically these all 6 applications are the ones that I install the moment I run or start up a Mac. But this is something really important. So basically some time ago, like 2 or 3 versions before this, Apple removed the timestamp on the battery. Now it shows like battery is charged, power source, and this that. And if I just remove the battery charger, it's a source battery, right? And it doesn't show how long the battery will go. It used to show us that it will go around 3 hours or 5 hours or whatever it is, but Apple removed that because they thought this is not something so accurate and they can't display it, so they removed it from the status bar. You can still see it from the activity monitor, like I guess it used to show. I don't think. I think they removed it as well. Energy, yeah, time on battery is still there. So time on battery is still 0 right now because it's still calculating. So in a moment or two, it will just count every process and audit everything and tell me like how long the battery will last, the way I'm using the laptop. But Apple removed it from the status bar, from the battery menu status. So that's a really big thing, because whenever you're using a laptop, you need to know how long the battery will last. Like even if it's an estimate, you get an idea how long will it take. So right now it's this is called Battery Hill 2. This is available in the Mac App Store, and I'll drop the link below so you can go directly to it. In a moment, it will calculate the hours that are left on the battery. It is charged. It will give you the current charge, the health of the battery, the cycles you have done. I have done 36 cycles on my battery. Time on battery is 2 minutes, and it will go 2 hours 18 minutes, obviously, because even if it's a MacBook, I'm still running my recording software, so it is taking a lot of processing power, and it too will consume my battery. But I generally get like 6 to 7 hours on one battery backup when I'm usually doing day-to-day tasks. And although it is less than what Apple claims to be, but my usage is pretty harsh, so that's not the fault of Apple. So that concludes the video. The top 6 applications, I'll link all of them below in the description. You can go to their links, download them and use it. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Check us on Instagram at tech.gizmosity for regular tech updates, and we're thinking of something really new and different in coming time, so keep an eye on that. You can also find us on Facebook at Gizmosity and Twitter at Gizmosity1.